Good morning, everyone. I'm Craig.
And I'm Mel.
And you're with Lovin DisWorld. And this morning we have dining reservations at Whispering Canyon at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Now, we have never had breakfast here at Whispering Canyon, so we're pretty excited about that. We did eat dinner here a few months ago, and it was a pretty good dinner. It wasn't anything spectacular, but it was pretty good. And we'll put a link to that video at the end of this video. So why don't you come inside with us this morning as we enjoy a great breakfast and great atmosphere here at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. So we got seated here at Whispering Canyon. It's a pretty big restaurant, and we actually got pushed in the back in what they call the library. It's a little more quiet here, a little more intimate of a setting. You have the fireplace behind us. The main seating area is actually back behind us as well. Now, what Whispering Canyon is known for is the antics of the servers. Our server has a lot of energy. She's very upbeat, very nice, very accommodating. In addition, another thing they're known for is the skillets, which are all you care to enjoy skillets. One of the more popular ones they have for breakfast is called a heritage. It comes with buttermilk, biscuits, bacon, sausage, eggs, Mickey waffles, country potatoes. We weren't that hungry today, so we decided to go with, I went with a Belgian waffle, and I believe Mel went with the ham and cheese omelet. And then for our son, since he's a little bit of a picky eater, we actually went and ordered 3 different sides, but our waitress was nice enough to mark it as a kid's meal and kind of substitute things around. So he's going to be getting bacon, sausage, and toast. So just really accommodating, and we really appreciate that. So I got the waffle with berries and bacon. For Connor, we ordered the bacon, sausage, and toast.
Mommy.
But as you can see, that's not toast. And there's Melissa's ham and cheese omelet with country potatoes and the biscuit.
Okay, so let's try this omelet. Looks really cheesy. Has a good flavor to it. I will say it's a little greasier than omelets that I've had at some other locations. So the flavor's good. There's a lot of ham throughout. The cheese has a good flavor, but again, a little bit too much grease for my personal liking. Let's try the potatoes. Average potato. It's not bad. It's not my favorite flavoring, but it does have some flavor throughout. If you like peppers, there's some peppers throughout. I'll pick around those. But I really enjoyed this biscuit. So it has butter throughout, I believe, and you put butter on top. It has such a good flavoring to it. This is really good. So overall, not bad. Like I said, a little bit more grease on the plate than I would prefer, but the flavors are good, and I'm looking forward to continue eating this food.
So I got the Belgian waffle. Came with berry compote on top of it. It had blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. So let's give it a try, see what it's like. It's a good waffle. It's not like a spectacular waffle. It's a good waffle. One thing I will note is the berry flavor is really seeped into the waffle. Like, I'm getting a lot of berry flavor even without having an actual berry like in my bite. So that's kind of impressive. Like, that last bite had a lot of flavor of raspberry to it. So that's really good. Very refreshing, very light tasting. I also got bacon, which is a hickory smoked bacon. I already eaten a piece of that. It was very good. I wish it would have been fried a little harder. I like it a little crispier than what it is, but it is good bacon. Overall, it's a pretty good plate. I would recommend this one. So we just wrapped up our breakfast at Whispering Canyon, Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Mel, what do you think of your breakfast?
I'll be honest, it wasn't my favorite. I got the ham and cheese omelet. There was a lot of ham in it, a lot of cheese, but
even more grease, and that's really all I could taste was the grease flavoring. So I didn't actually eat all of the omelet. The potatoes were good, not the best flavoring I've had, but not the worst. So overall, they were average. I really enjoyed the biscuit. It was so buttery and flaky. That was delicious. I just was a little disappointed with the rest of the food on my plate.
Yeah, I agree with her completely. The food was average to good, not spectacular. Like my waffle wasn't bad. I would have preferred my bacon be fried a little harder. So the food itself, it was okay. You know, it was good. My biggest disappointments came from two things. One, it took forever to get our food. It took over 45 minutes just to get a waffle and an omelet, and it wasn't like the restaurant was that busy. So I'm a little confused on why it took so long to get the food. So that was a little bit of a disappointment. And the last is, you go to Whispering Canyon for the atmosphere of Wilderness Lodge, the waitress, and plus like where your table's located. Now, where we were seated, we were in the library, which our waitress called the back porch, and it really was like a back porch. We were not really even in the restaurant. I didn't feel like we were a part of Whispering Canyon at all. I felt like we just had a table sitting along a walkway outside the lobby. So that was a little bit of a disappointment, because when you go there, that's all part of the atmosphere. With that in mind, the Wilderness Lodge is a beautiful resort, especially around this time of year. You just can't beat it. It is nice to be in there. So if you're staying at the Wilderness Lodge or over at Boulder Ridge, Copper Creek, which is a part of the Wilderness Lodge, it's the DVC portion, definitely go over to Whispering Canyon, have yourself a breakfast. I don't think you can go wrong there. If you're in a nearby resort, you know, come over here for breakfast. But I don't know if it would be a breakfast that I would need to go out of my way to make a special trip to. But anyway, we hope we were honest with you guys and you appreciated that. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. We'd really appreciate that. And as always, be on the lookout for new content, and we'll show you next time while we are loving this world. Bye, everyone.